Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to yet another great episode of Bahrain Now, your source of local initiatives, happenings, talents, and trends. I'm your host, Khalid Idris, here to walk you through our exciting lineup of segments and personalities from around Bahrain. So don't go away, and we'll be right back. A team of 11 dedicated students from El Noor International School have set up a company named Ewry, which was introduced as an invention of a self-irrigating system that makes plant care effortless, that aims to accelerate the awareness on the significance of facilitating plant care for more sustainable environments. Now let's watch this report for more.
You need to represent the team not just as a leader, but as a member of the team itself. You need to activate the power within all of your members. You need to understand what each member has, a potential within him or her that you can merge together and mold them to have the product toward the end of the day. And what I advise you to have is to engrave that vision to all of your members. So when anyone talks to you, and especially up in the youth festival, when anyone talks to you, you all talk the same language, you all talk the same vision.
In the company, I was a bit surprised that you guys use the Python language, and the way you kind of created the unique selling proposition of your product actually amazed me. So I think you are on the right track, and I think the focus should be going forward is for you to actually focus on your unique selling proposition.
Always know your competitors in the market. Understand them very well. Understand what are the most profitable product in the market and try to produce them. Of course, always watch your costs and don't let them slip away. Be innovative for new ideas and be open to new inventions. Last but not least, always seek guidance and advice.
In the business world, there are a lot of factors that could play a role in your success story. Few of these factors are knowing your competition. By knowing your competition, you align yourself within the market, you understand how your competitors are working and where they are placed in the market.
Two major tips I can give you both is definitely networking and building a strong relationship as much as you can, as this will help you in the future build relationships with many customers. Another tip I can give you both is staying on top of market news and market trends.
Finance or accounting, let's say, is not only black and white, it's more of an art. I have this overarching principles, I'll have these standards to follow, but at the end, the art of how are you going to identify all these opportunities, and you never know. Your company might be the next idea.
Being a human resources manager is not just about being strict, focusing on actual important things, focusing on attendance, focusing on results, on targets, but also keep in mind that you always have to have the soft side as well. You have to have empathy for the employees. You have to keep in mind that you are dealing with human. You're not dealing with machines.
This is Fatma Abdullah Naimi from Bobco Refining. In my transformative journey as an INJAZ volunteer, the unwavering support of Bobco Refining has been instrumental. Their commitment to community engagement and nurturing young talent has empowered us to go beyond the ordinary, making a lasting impact on Bahrain's future leaders. Representing Bobco Refining, I stand not just as an individual volunteer, but as part of a company investing in the growth of young minds. Together with my amazing team, we've cultivated a supportive environment, fostering innovation and excellence. As we wish our fellow volunteers and young participants success, we carry the belief that INJAZ has not only empowered us to inspire young minds, but has also laid the foundation for a limitless future.
We are a team of 11 dedicated individuals who have worked tirelessly to build Ewry as the company it is today. By fostering mutual open communication and mutual understanding, where diverse perspectives are embraced and challenges are tackled collectively.
This is our product, My. My stands for miniature automatic irrigator. It consists of two parts, a tank and a circuit. It solves one of, we feel, the biggest problems with plants. It consists of a sensor moisture, a pump, and the sensor moisture, of course, it detects the moisture inside the soil. So it always knows when the plant needs water or if it already has water.
Our idea for Ewry stems from our eagerness to fulfill the Economic Vision 2030. Ewry focuses on shaping the vision of the government, society and economy based around the guiding principles, sustainability and competitiveness. Our product Mai uses precise sensors and alerting the circuit to pump water to the plant from a uniquely designed water tank that emphasizes the beauty of the plants.
Because it has a high advanced soil moisture sensor which precisely ascertains the plant's hydration needs, ensuring optimal watering and avoiding the common pitfalls of underwatering and overwatering, which is a common issue nowadays in the modern self-irrigating products.
These exotic plants require very special care, and usually they tend to die when they do not receive the special care, even if they miss their watering time by an hour or something like that. That is why our product, Mai, can eliminate this problem, because the user chooses exactly when to plant it, and the plants will never be overwatered or underwatered. That is the main benefit of Mai.
We made our system Mai, which is a self-irrigating system. The way it could help us is mainly in water efficiency, since when you're counting how much water is being dropped into a plant, you get less worried and the plant gets a healthier life overall.
The school has provided so much for us, so much help, and our peers, external organizations, and our lovely Miss Fatma, our mentor. She's incredible. And through this and through their support, we were able to grow and produce Ewry, or have Ewry as our company. And there's just been so much support.
Welcome back, and to speak more about Ewry, we are pleased to be joined here in the studio by Ewry's CEO, Marwan Badawi, VP of Sales, Omar El Tahawi, VP of PD, Limar Boukli Hassan, and VP of Finance, Alicia Faisal. Welcome, how are you guys doing today?
We're doing good.
So guys, again, I'd like to welcome you guys to the studio. I'm really excited to start talking about this. Now, I'd like to start with Marwan. Your company name, Ewry, is Arabic for watering. So can you tell us a little bit more about the significance of this invention that your company has created?
First of all, I'd like to thank our mentor, Ms. Fatma Naimi, for the amount of effort she has been putting towards our company, Ewry. Our invention has significance in the sectors of watering and gardening, since most of plant owners suffer from forgetting to water their plant, which caused us to invent our miniature automatic irrigator, which is Mai for short, which makes use of the use of moisture sensors, which is a really new combination in the market, since the market is bare.
Brilliantly said. I mean, I know that that's something I can relate to. I mean, I have a lot of plants in my room, and it's very common for people to forget because you just have them there. And we're so used to it in nature just kind of being around us that we kind of forget that, you know, when we have them under certain environments, we do need to be taking care of them. And now moving on to Omar. Your company's mission states that your watering system is unique and it can ease the plant care in a way that no other systems can. Can you tell us a little bit about how you promote such an innovation in Bahrain and to the world?
Well, of course, such an invention would barely require any promotions, right? I mean, the market gap it's filling is already huge, and the demand on it is really high already. But generally, the way we're promoting is that of course, no one is going to buy something unless they need it, right? So our point is to identify this need for them or create it. So marketing-wise, we are trying to stay away from the traditional corporate marketing way.
So we're trying to be more relatable and friendly in the way we sell.
Brilliantly said, and you know, every industry evolves, and if it's like you said, I mean, things, taking an approach like a more friendly one is a really good way to get people enticed into the product and make them want to support you. So, I mean, it's a really great approach to business. Now, Limar, I want to ask you a little bit about what makes this innovation so unique.
Okay, so it's so unique because it's very simple to use. First of all, it looks very nice. It will enhance the natural beauty of your plants. It's not going to take away from it. It fits the garden theme. And secondly, since it's so simple to use, the only thing the consumer or the customer would have to do is place a sensor in the soil and fill the tank. And then just turn it on. That's it. That's all they'd have to do. And they don't have to worry anymore about the livelihood of their plants, especially if they're busy.
Brilliant, and it's very straight to the point. It's something that you kind of feel, like you said, it's a bit of a necessity, and you know, I think that the best products are ones that fill in those gaps that are almost too tiny for us to notice. So brilliantly said. And I'd like to follow up by asking you, can you elaborate on the mechanism of the watering system itself and how you guys built it?
Yes, of course. So it's a relatively simple mechanism. The sensor in the soil, after every period of time, will will read the level of moisture in the soil, and if it's higher than a certain threshold, meaning it's dry, it's going to give a signal to the pump to water the plant. And then the next time it's going to check is after 24 hours. However, if it detects that the soil is wet, instead, it will check every 6 hours until the soil is dry and then water it. And then again, it will wait for 24 hours. So that way, it can ensure that your plant is watered at the right time. And in addition, since not all plants are the same, a cactus will not need as much water as a lily, for example. We have an option in which you can control the speed or the time that the pump works. So by controlling the time of how long the pump works, it will give more or less water depending on your plant needs.
Very efficient. I really admire that because, yeah, I mean, like I said, I have a lot of plants in my room, and you know, I mean, like you said, trying to figure out which plant needs this much water, which one needs to be watered as frequently. So it's like, I mean, you guys have really made that process a lot more streamlined and much more efficient. Now, moving on to Alicia, can you tell us a little bit about the system and how it can transform the agricultural sector and water reservation?
Definitely. So as we all know, the agriculture sector has been one of the most prominent and vast sectors in not only Bahrain, but every other economy in the world. It holds a significant importance in all countries. Now, our product at the moment is designed and made to cater needs for the smaller home plants. And our miniature automatic irrigator is made in a way that we're using advanced technology. So compared to traditional methods of irrigation, it's very efficient because we're using technologies such as moisture sensors. Now, these sensors basically help as they help cut down the costs, the labor costs, the time, the money, which are put into the larger agriculture sectors, and it uses the water precisely where and when it's needed. So we're helping the problem of water reservation as we're really promoting sustainability because we're using a very small amount of water to cater our plant needs. And inshallah, in the future, as Ewry, our company and our product grows, we are looking forward to developing our product further for it to cater to larger plants and larger areas. Overall, I think that our product Mai and our company Ewry really does have the potential to revolutionize the agriculture sector.
I mean, I'm in full agreement of that because, I mean, again, you guys have taken something that is such a common issue and you've managed to make it so efficient, and with the moisture checking and all of that, it really, again, like, it's something that's very efficient. It's very, I can imagine, very affordable as well. And then it just gets a job done that is so important, you know, on some levels just for agriculture or for decorating your house. But then we go like onto the global stage of like sustainability. So, I mean, kudos to you guys again for coming up with this brilliant idea. Now, Omar, I'd like to ask you about the support that you've received from the school and various different entities while you guys were working on this.
Matter of fact, we're actually the first INJAZ team from the British section in our school. So we actually didn't, at the beginning, we didn't have anyone to push us. We had to do it all ourselves. But when we actually started doing it, the amount of support and encouragement we got from our school was actually, it really helped us in a lot of ways. Like for example, they helped us to do this school booth where we showed our friends our product, we showcased our product, and it actually helped us a lot. And we actually, we tried to spread the words with our friends and our teachers about our company name. And one of the most important things we were trying to do is put a name for our brand out there, and our school actually helped us a lot in doing that. We were wearing our badges everywhere, and whenever someone sees us, they're curious, why are we wearing badges in our school? And they would ask us about it, which also one of the ways that made our brand out there. And it made me excited. Like whenever I walk around, all I hear is Ewry, Ewry, and Ewry.
Brilliant, and honestly, it's always really encouraging to see the youth of Bahrain come up with all of these really cool innovations, and again, your approach to problem solving, I mean, that is genius in my eyes. And to see that the establishments here in Bahrain always have the youth of Bahrain and all of their innovations in mind, and they're always ready to support, is just such a heartwarming thing to see. And Alicia, I'd like to speak to you about what was the teamwork like? How did you guys manage to combine your efforts to achieve such an amazing outcome?
Well, to be honest, to start off with, the program itself, the INJAZ program, was extremely intriguing and very attractive to me, as it's really completely combining our academic life, our practical life, and you learn so much throughout the process. So the program itself is just amazing, and there's so much to learn and experience. And then talking about our teamwork, I have worked in multiple teams throughout and during extracurriculars, during events, but a team like Ewry's team, I have never worked with before. They are extremely coherent with their work, they're very well coordinated, cooperative, and all our sectors, all our teams basically, like our VP team for sales, for marketing, for product development, our CEO Marwan, our HR department, they're all just amazing, and working together has never been easier than before. We had ups and downs throughout the ways, obviously with the testing and raising the shares and capital, but overall at the end of the day we always got through it together as a team, and it's been a wonderful experience so far, and I'm hoping it stays the same in the future as well.
Well said. I mean, clearly before me I see a very capable and cohesive team, so I can't wait to see what you guys come up with next. Now, just to end, Marwan, what would you like to add before we conclude?
I'd love to encourage everyone to explore the realm of gardening, whether it's in your balcony, indoor spaces, or even your backyard. And also, don't forget to visit our booth at the Avenues on the 1st and 2nd of February. I'd like Lamar to show you a demo of how our miniature automatic irrigator, or MY for short, works.
Brilliant, go ahead.
So here, this tank, this mushroom over here would be the tank, and this circuit with the pump and the tubing and the sensor would all be inside, so it's going to be very robust. It would be very hard, to get into. And only the battery part would be outside for you to switch on the power. But everything would be inside this tank, and you'd only have to insert the things in the soil. It's fully automated. As I said, the only thing you'll have to do is put the pump in the water and connect the pump into the soil. And then you will just switch it on. Here the plant is dry, so it's going to read that the plant is dry, and it's going to give water. See here, now it has watered it.
Brilliant.
And I put the setting on 1 second since this is a small plant. And now since the reading, it's gonna take it as dry, as wet, so it's not going to water it again. See, if I connect it again, it's not going to give water.
Brilliant, so it's a very personal experience for whatever plant that you have handy.
Yes, it's very customizable as well.
Really? Like,
yes.
how else can we customize it, for example?
So you can change the placements of the sensors, and you can, as I mentioned before, change the run time of the pump. So for a cactus like here, I would keep it 1 second. For a much larger plant, you would keep it 4 to 5 seconds. So it's not just 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. You can put it in between those seconds as well.
Well, it's brilliant to see it in action. I mean, I can really see how this can one day be extrapolated onto a much larger scale. I mean, I think you guys have really caught onto a very unique idea. And again, just taking something that is such a everyday kind of problem and managed to find a very shining example of how we can solve it. So again, kudos to you guys, and thank you so much for that demonstration.
No, thank you. It was my pleasure to do so.
So again, thank you guys so much for being with us, and I can't wait to see what you guys come up with next.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you. Viewers, stay tuned, and we'll be back with more on Bahrain Now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've made it to the finish line. A huge thank you to all of our guests for joining us tonight. Another huge thank you to all of you watching us at home. As always, be sure to reach out to us on our social media accounts shown below. We love to hear from you. This was Khalid Hidris, and until next time, good night and God bless.